What a battle it will be here at ANZ Stadium. Ray Warren is your commentator.
Thank you, Erin. Well, breaking news from down there in the Parramatta camp is that Tepai Maroa has broken down during the warm-up, and his place will be taken by Penny Terapo, and coming onto the bench to replace Terapo will be Oregon Kafusi. So the Eels have very much demanded that they be the headline leading into this match tonight. They get a real opportunity, don't they, to gauge just where they are at. As Wooden Spooners, they take on the defending champions. It's 1v16. Has the gap narrowed? The fans have come down to see it for themselves here at ANZ Stadium. But tonight will go a long way to providing an answer whether or not they are about to enjoy their best start to a season in 25 years. It's all very interesting. This side that was really one of the cream sides in the 80s, won 4 premierships, and of course the Roosters are just that sort of club right now. I suppose if you're going to give yourself a test, you might as well do it against the benchmark, and that's exactly who they are. Jake Friend is back in the side tonight after missing last weekend. Cooper Cronk is out. And Tedesco, what a year last year for the star fullback. The Jack Gibson medal, the Brad Fittler medal, Origin, Premiership. He won everything bar the Davis Cup. James Tedesco as the Eels make their way out. Michael Jennings back in the side. There's the man of the moment, the number 5, Blake Ferguson. He was the biggest meter eater of last year. Clint Gutherson, who's in the news today, they apparently haven't sealed off a contract to keep him deep into the future. This fellow played 35 of the first half last week, Gus. Junior Paulo.
I was really impressed with him. He's a big man. I think he's about 125 kilos, but he's got the lungs of a walrus. He's very athletic for a man that's so big, and he carved out some minutes last week. They're all talking about Blake Ferguson and how good he's at the yardage, unless the likes of Junior Paulo stand up to this Roosters forward pack tonight. I don't know that they can beat them. This is the test that Parramatta have been looking for. 2 good wins to start the season, but now you take on the best.
Here we go then. It's the Roosters, the defending premiers, up against Parramatta in this battle to see whether or not the Eels will come off that 2-0 start to the year and make it 3-0 by the end of tonight. Ferguson displaying already just something that he brings to the club that is most important, and that of course is that the start to the set. Very much so. That's what Radradra did. That's what Ferguson is doing. Here is Junior Paulo now. He's offloaded down to Mitchell Moses, who goes towards Friend, and Friend puts him down on the Parramatta 40-metre line. From Marnie, he's gone then to Takarangi, and here's a penalty in the opening set at 6, and Gerard Sutton has called them back. Takarangi was off for a run. Jake Friend asking the question, what's all that about? Jake back in the side, following that week off against Manly in those atrocious conditions last weekend. So Parramatta on the 30-metre line will start a new set, and that is the second row forward, Mia Corey, takes it up on the first, and now for Alvaro. So Alvaro to play the ball, Daniel. They go left side through Terapo in 19. It's gone through Brown. It's with Lane. And he'll play the ball 10 metres out from the line. That's Terapo running onto it hard. They're good metres from Penny Terapo. So they're close to the line, about 5 away. Brown steps off his left. Puts back to download. And it's a penalty to Parramatta.
Goal line.
They weren't back on the goal line with 1 foot on the goal line. So Parramatta taking the tap. And Lane runs it to within a couple of metres of the line. Friday night footy from ANZ Stadium. Marnie then showed it to Alvaro, went behind the blocks, then it's gone away from Moses Gutherson. And a chance for Takarangi, but he's taken it into touch.
Yeah, Takarangi came out publicly during the week saying he's going to take on Latrell Mitchell. Their first encounter tonight. Latrell named at 5'8", but defending in centre. First encounter tonight, and Latrell comes out on top. Just throws him over the sideline.
So Brad Fittler doing sideline again tonight.
Wonderful evening, Ray. About 25 degrees. There's a bit of a breeze behind Parramatta. And in the warm-up, Tepai Moreau did his right calf. I don't know the severity of it yet, but obviously it's not good enough to start the game. So Penny Terabau, as you saw before, took his position.
Ikavalu with the first on a new set for the Roosters as they work the ball out from inside their 20. Daniel Tupou will play the ball to Jake Friend. The two number 9s, Friend and Hardy, both born in Nambour, both played their junior football on the Sunshine Coast. As Friend goes away short to Tedesco, and he takes it to ground a few metres short of halfway. Friend for Cordner now. He goes very, very short into Orbison, who plays the ball back to his dummy half, and then for Keary's right foot, it's gone swinging down into Ferguson's corner. And they may well attack Ferguson rather than Sevo, at least if he takes the first. You don't necessarily have to worry about him on the second and third. But he is Blake Ferguson. He's very unpredictable and very good. Played then by Sevo. And here's a...
Works the arm way back over. It's dangerous.
It's a penalty going to Parramatta again.
Work the arm around.
Apparently took his arm around. That was all that the referee said. So let's have a look at this. Was it a chicken wing or what was it? Was it a rooster?
We saw Liam Knight last week get charged for one of James Graham. Wasn't as severe as that, but it was unnecessary.
It wasn't placed on report either. The one you're talking about was pretty much immediately placed on report. And Brown puts in the little kick. It bounces on the 10, and Tedesco has to become urgent.
That's a nice warning shot there from Parramatta. Early tackle count from a set start. And what they're saying is, Tedesco, if you want to sit up in the line, we will kick behind. And it makes Tedesco think twice, although he's very, very quick and will back himself to get back for these types of plays.
We've got Billy Slater in the box tonight. Billy, what'd you make of that?
Yeah, James Tedesco's got that tendency to get up in the line. It creates that illusion that you've got an extra defender. He is quick and he does get himself out of a lot of trouble with it.
So Latrell, look at the drop kick from Latrell Mitchell. It's gone over the 40-metre line, so it's gone 62 on the fly. And I think Brad said that Parramatta had a little breeze behind them. Alvaro. Now for Terrapin. Been in the news for all the wrong reasons. Back on the football park tonight. There's a late inclusion from Moroa. Here's the ball finding Takarangi. He's got Ferguson away for the first try of the game. Ferguson goes in to score. Simply worked down the blind side. And Takarangi and Ferguson, that combination, they deliver the old 1-2 and Ferguson scores.
Well, Junior Paulo, the big front rower, comes up with a pass which any halfback would be proud of. Harvey Norman replay. Keep your eye on Tupou on the wing here. He'll come flying in to cut the play off. And Junior Paulo comes up with a gem of a pass. Blake Ferguson, he'll love that one.
Yeah, sometimes the attack's just too good, and that was too good. This was the last thing they expected Paulo to do. Either play short or go out the back, but certainly not cut out a couple of men and hit his centre on the chest. And Ferguson with a free run to the line, and watch him jam this into his former supporters. Loves it.
Sam, a comment from you?
Yeah, that play just happened right in front of us, which was fantastic. And I talked about Junior Paulo in the pre-game. It's something that he really brings to this Parramatta team. He's a big man with some good feet, and he's got a good pass, as we just saw just then.
That was incredible, that pass.
He's a very skillful player.
Did you see how straight he played that ball?
He likes to play on an edge a little bit. For a big man, he likes to run at the smaller men on the edges of the field, and he's got that skill. It hasn't been utilised all that much, but you'll get a lot more out of him now that you know he can do that.
So Parramatta 4-0. Here's the conversion from 5 metres in. It's looking okay.
Still waiting, mate. 10 seconds. Just stay behind it, Daniel.
So a healthy crowd here at ANZ, and obviously very parochial towards Parramatta, with ANZ pretty much based on the border of Parramatta and Canterbury. West Tigers, I suppose. But very much a home game for Parramatta, and the fans delighted with scoring the first try. Now the referee has ordered the ball has been knocked on.
Shot clock is
Daniel
on.
Alvaro putting it down.
Boyd, start to bring him in, mate.
We're on the clock here, boy.
Here it is on replay. Big prop forward from the Southern Highlands, and he's ordered a knock on. He probably could have gone past that and given a penalty, really, for not coming up with the ball. But this scrum is in a dangerous position, as you can see, for Parramatta. Shot clock sounding in the background as the ball was fed. And Jake Friend, breaking from the back of the scrum, is dragged back. Good defence there by Michael Jennings in particular. So it's Jared Wairia-Hargreaves now. Pitchforked into the ground by Alvaro. He'll be trying desperately to stop anything that comes his way right now. Tautiaho, they're a few metres out from the line down at the northern end of ANZ. For Friend then to go away through Mitchell, and then Keary with the big dummy. Crichton running on his right edge. And now Friend again goes short into Wairia-Hargreaves. 5 gone. So what have they got? Liu will run a decoy. Keary is with the ball. Mitchell now goes around the back. Tedesco's there. He's over the line. Does he get the ball down?
You got the grounding?
Jared Sutton checking with the touch judge and pointing to the spot. James Tedesco scores the first try for the Roosters.
Well, speed is power. He's known more for his speed, but that does give you tremendous power, particularly when you're on the run. There's not much on for him here. Harvey Norman replay. Still plenty of defenders in front of him, but he'll just power his way over the top of Ferguson, muscle his way into the in goal. Not much on for him, but he made the most of it. James Tedesco.
Well, they decided to run the ball on the last play, and Latrell Mitchell plays out the back here. Beautiful pass out the back to Tedesco. But normally on that play, Blake Ferguson, he would be coming up to kill that play. But because it's the last play, he's hanging back for the kick. So I'm going to highlight Blake Ferguson there. The play will unfold. Normally he'd come up to kill this play, let it roll there, and you'll see he's hanging back for the kick. And when Latrell Mitchell gets the ball, see him backing off, just gives Tedesco time to get on the outside. Nice play.
So it's Mitchell from 26 metres out, a metre in from the touchline, and it's 6-4 Parramatta.
Seconds now. 10 seconds. 5.
So welcome back to Friday Night Football around the nation on the Nine Network and live and free. Wairia-Hargreaves starting the carry out for the Roosters, backed up by Angus Crichton. He'll play the ball back on their 20-metre line. They've only used 2 tackles thus far. This is Taukiaho. Will be made to play the ball just inside 30. Third tackle gone then for the Roosters. 6-4 to score. The most recent try coming for James Tedesco in answer to the first try scored by Blake Ferguson. Keary then drops it onto his right boot, keeps it low. Picked up by Sivo, Maker, Nandi, Fiji. And he'll play it just inside his own 30-metre line as Jennings is asked to take it away. Brown comes in to the dummy half roll. Just hanging back a fraction, and here's another example of what Ferguson does on top of scoring tries and diffusing tries and bombs. That's Paulo right on the halfway line. Beautiful pass in that first try scored by Ferguson. He surprised all of us actually last weekend when he made 35 minutes in the first half. Yeah, Corey is a bit dusty in back play. Tedesco making handy meters out to the 20. Friend then for Tupou. Terapo in 19, Alvaro in 8, Paulo 10. And here is Joey Manu just inside the 40-metre line. Friend going right to Cordner. The 2 captains combined. And Cordner will play the ball in the centre of the ground. Jared Wailea Hargreaves and Nafa Angus Crichton. 40-metre line. Parramatta's end of the ground. 13 minutes gone in the game. Short side play for Keary. He puts it high. Getting underneath it, Gustafson. Almost back in the in goal, but the feet were in the field of play. Playing it on the 10. Parramatta then start their new set. Their second tackle for Ferguson. Marnie a dummy. Sivo. He's taken to ground by Wailea Hargreaves. Keary had a little part of it, and so did Manu. Now for Jennings, who played well against Penrith. Here's a long ball from Moses out to Ferguson. Tupou has got him at his sights this time. Ferguson will play it right on the halfway here on the western side of the ground. Moses behind forward. Terapo tackled on the halfway. That's 5. And Moses just gets his kick away before the challenge comes, and Tupou did well, running back and losing his footing, but still able to bring it back some 25 metres or so from his own line. Tedesco.
He settled down the game into a real arm wrestle the last 5 or so minutes. So Parramatta have to respect the arm wrestle here. That comes down to Mitchell Moses. So make sure they stay in the fight here.
Play then in centre ground. Taukiaho. For some reason he left the warm-up a little bit early. There was no report of any physical problem. Maybe he went to get a new pair of shorts. They're very, very, very large. Taken by Sivo over there.
Okay. This beast, just watch him.
So the ball knocked on over there.
Okay. All up.
Make a Sivo.
Shot clock on.
He's got one in him.
Yeah, it's one of their favourite plays on last tackle, the Roosters, just to pop it up in the corner, to arrive with the ball, put some pressure on the opposition wingers. They can't run anywhere with it, and that time Sivo bobbles it, comes in contact with a Rooster player, and it's a knock on. They do it regularly. Nice high kicks into the corner, and they arrive with the ball,
One more, Luke. Need another. You got 5
giving the winger
seconds.
no room to move.
Just an update on Taukiaho. It wasn't a change of shorts, but in fact a toilet break. Sorry, mate. Here's Manu. You got to go, you got to go. Friend, Iria Hargreaves, trying to crack his way through on the right edge of the ruck. And Friend gets it off then to Liu. Isaac to play it. And as you can see, they're really close to the line, and here's a penalty going to the Roosters. Failing to get off the tackle player soon enough. They might be thinking about taking a presentation too.
Yep, 2. I'm going to take 2.
Okay, single, mate.
And that's exactly what they'll do.
Seconds. 10 seconds. 5.
So here's Latrell, ready to pop this one over. And so the scoreboard is level at 6 points all. Converted try to the Eels. And, of course, the try for Tedesco, then the penalty. That earlier result, Raiders 17 defeating the Knights 10 at Canberra in the first of the Friday matches played this evening.
Yeah, the off-season signing, John Bateman, the Englishman, the back row, he had a stormer of a game.
They've got a heap of Englishmen playing for them, haven't they?
4 in the starting lineup.
So Gutherson, he gets us underway again. The ball going down to Keary. Now for Wairia Hargreaves. Brad.
Interesting watching the Roosters with the ball, especially down the attacking end. They're very conservative, placing a big importance on completions. And, you know, outside Tedesco making it personal with Blake Ferguson, there's really very little surge in what they're doing. They're just doing a lot of passing at the moment, just trying to fatigue the Eels.
Takiaho. Friend taking Liu with him for a gallop up the middle. So the 4th tackle down on this set. Friend got the ball away to Mitchell. Penalty has been given to the Roosters. It's a high tackle.
Well, he really hit that ball at pace on a line that we don't see too often from Latrell. Saw the play get quickly out of dummy half, and Friend picks him up on a big surge outside in, and he gets he draws the penalty from Mitchell Moses.
Cordner. So Boyd to play the ball 15 metres out from the line. They've spent a lot of time down here, haven't they, in more recent minutes. JWH plays the ball. Friend goes long. Keary back away for Tedesco. Put down backwards. Picked up by Keary. Now with Manu. The crowd are booing. We've been talking about the ball actually being knocked backwards, and that appeared to be the case right there. 17 is out there for the Roosters in the run-on side tonight. Angus Crichton. And here's a run for Taukaaho. And it's gone forward according to Sutton. So it's a let-off for Parramatta at 6-all.
That Parramatta left side defence, they like to come up and in very, very hard, particularly Michael Jennings. Sivo will follow him in. And the Roosters are just going to have to change tact a little bit there when they go wide. A couple of times now, they've moved the ball out to the right and come up with errors. And Jake Friend, who loves to keep picking up players around the middle of the post there, he's always hitting the first man off the ruck, looking to try and sneak them over.
This season, a new era of rugby league begins, a new round, a new stadium, a whole new generation of emerging talent. New era, players with new stories to be told. Experience all of that and get your NRL Telstra Premiership tickets today from nrl.com/tickets. Parramatta just outside the 20-metre line, and that is the second row forward, Niokore. I thought it might have been his tackle that brought Latrell Mitchell down, but it was Mitchell Moses, as Gus pointed out. 40-metre line, Parramatta's end, and a run for Terapo. Last tackle now. Money working blindside. Lane, long ball, well done Sivo. Good set of hands, but it's gone to ground now, and it's going the other way with Ikavalu.
Oh, that was rapid fire.
Keary for Creighton. Creighton for Tedesco. Cross for Mitchell. Cordner went one way. He goes out and he picks up Tupou. 28 metres out from the line. Dummy half Mitchell. Cordner running at Alvaro. Niokore involved in the tackle. Friend across the face of Jared Wairiha-Hargreaves, and here's the ball with Creighton. He shovels it back to Manu. It bounces away towards Ikavalu. Product of Central Coast Juniors. He played junior football with Erina.
Well done, Goffy.
And here's the ball again being lost.
Yeah, just a slight variation on that right-hand side. Obviously, Michael Jennings jamming in on James Tedesco the last set. Angus Crichton just popping to the outside, hitting the hole inside Jennings if he comes out of the line.
I think the young 5'8", Dylan Brown, he's made some really good decisions defensively. A couple of times he's come in and snuffed the play out. That time he slid on to Angus Crichton and made a really strong tackle. Spoke about him in attack. Great potential he has in attack, but defensively he's been really sound tonight.
I think Brad Fittler made a really good point. Like, the Roosters are very conservative tonight. Last week in a monsoon at Brookvale Oval, and I mean a monsoon, Luke Keary was trying all sorts of things. Little kicks, little passes, hitting the line for offloads. He really hasn't fired a shot tonight. It's been just rolling through their sets without much bite to them at all.
Tim Manners out there now for Parramatta. Back on his own 20-metre line. Now to the 30.
I think the player that frees Keary up a little bit is when Victor Radley will come onto the fore. Even though he plays in the back row, he does a lot of the ball playing from first receiver. So he'll be coming on soon, Victor.
Right foot from Moses. Very high to Tupou. Tedesco's with him. And Daniel Tupou, 25 away from his own line. Tedesco out from dummy half. There really were no markers. Tedesco stole every available metre. Keary now finds himself at acting half. Takiaho, a couple of metres short of halfway. Third tackle gone for the Roosters. And 6 points all after 24 minutes. Keary. Wairiha-Hargreaves working hard, the big prop, 32 metres away. Keary. Here's this similar tactic again. Sivo's underneath it. And immediately is put to ground. Back in the corner by Manu.
Yep, no chance to run anywhere. It's just catch it, get hit, play the ball.
Jennings. Ferguson. Manor. Tim just outside his own 30-metre line. They rolled into the fourth tackle. Gutherson almost to halfway. This is 5. Brown basically chips it over towards the eastern touchline. Tedesco. I think 6-all takes me back to their last meeting, which was in round 25 last year. May well have been 6-all, but at the end of it all, it was a massive victory for the Roosters, 44-10. And they clinched the minor premiership with that victory in round 25 over Parramatta. That is Radley.
Well, it looks like the Roosters are playing a very patient game tonight. You get the feeling they think they'll win it in the last 20 minutes and just want to get to that period in good shape and wearing Parramatta down. They're not too adventurous at all.
Look at the players, a lot of the forwards, hands on hips, bent over, trying to get some oxygen into the lungs. Hardly any stoppages this opening first half.
Billy, you talked about Michael Jennings and his trademark defence. He comes up and in very, very hard to put pressure on ball players. Are there specific things you'll change during a game, or you've got specific plays to counter that when you've got opposition centres that want to be aggressive?
Yeah, Luke Keary, James Tedesco, Angus Crichton, they're the ones that'll come up with the variations. We see Angus Crichton just going on that lead line outside the 3M, which is inside Jennings. So if he does come out of the line, you can catch him out. The other one is a tunnel ball straight to Manu.
Here's Ferguson. Now for Alvaro. They're back on their own 20-metre line now. 27 minutes gone in the game. There's the metres gained. Ferguson with 90. Rhea Hargreaves, I said he was doing some work. He's second on the list at 73 metres. Does Parramatta get a penalty? And away they go with Gutherson. Crowd booing, baying for a penalty, claiming that Jared Waerea-Hargreaves never got back to 10. Paulo on the 30-metre line. Manina. Here is Mana. Now the Parramatta chant goes up. Money away, Brown on. This is Lane, and he lost the ball. It's gone to ground, and the referee is saying play on. With the Roosters coming out of it with possession. Crichton bumping away from one. Friend locked into Cordner. Cordner short to Mitchell. And a penalty against Parramatta inside the 10.
Wow, there was a lot of passing there to men standing still from the Roosters. It was a tired level passage there, and they get the benefit of a penalty. Do you watch Married at First Sight, Rabbits?
I certainly do.
You know when they say they get the feels for someone, they get the feels? I'm getting the feels for Parramatta here. I'm starting to feel Parramatta.
It's a subject I don't really want to explore. Associating that with Married at First Sight.
Well, that's what they say. They get the feels for someone. I'm getting the feels for Parramatta.
Where do you get the feels?
The only feels I've got are for Randwick and Sadler.
They're fields, not feels.
Friend, Radley. Now, Keary. Oh, Fergie's gone for the intercept. It's backfired, though, and Tupou is 15 away from the line. It's Mitchell, a dummy half. Waerea-Hargreaves running at the uprights. Penalty goes to the Roosters.
That ball from Keary.
Thanks, Coffee.
So they're taking the 2. So Latrell Mitchell has got a relatively simple shot to give the Roosters an outright lead. They trailed 6-0, got it back to Situl, and now they lead 8-6 with half-time some 19 minutes away, some 9 minutes away.
Keary's looking for the pass over the top. Watch Victor Radley. Watch how far he goes in the line. And frees up Keary. And then Keary, I think he premeditates that pass, knowing Ferguson will come in. Last year's grand final, he threw one to Tupou over the top of Vunivalu. And look at that one. Ferguson, how high did he get?
I'll just judge it the same, mate.
It's a premeditated pass from Keary, knowing that the winger will be jamming in. Smart play.
Time the run,
just
boys.
a warning shot to Ferguson that if he's going to come up and kill the play, he'll roll the dice and pass it over the top of him.
So Gutherson gets us going again. And going into the in goal for Keary. He winds Wairia Hargreaves up, and the big man takes it 12 metres upfield. Roosters running away from the southern end. Oh, they coughed it up.
Roosters first.
And he's ruled a double knock on. Scrum feed will go to Parramatta, though, just inside the 20-metre line.
Well, a great opportunity here for the Eels, who've been really good in defence on their own line. I must say, they've turned the Roosters away a number of times. And now the Roosters, with an unforced error coming out of trouble, present Parramatta with an opportunity.
Hold, Joey.
They're not quite on their game, the defending premiers, and Parramatta are right in this.
Wait for the out. Hold.
So let's see what unfolds from what looks to be a golden opportunity, and it's a penalty to Parramatta.
He's up.
Jake Frienders, he's down, the captain, and he's gone.
Niakore is 3 metres out from the line. Jake Friend's got a left arm problem or shoulder, and here's a juggle by Paulo. Held in an upright tackle. Now he's found the ground. And down in your right-hand corner,
Tackle 2, Junior Paulo.
Jake Friend in a mile of trouble there, it appears.
I saw Jake Friend in the tunnel. Here it is here. And I asked him, I said, you missed last week's game at Lotto Land with that shoulder. I said, it's okay. I don't know whether it's an elbow. And he sort of rolled his eyes. He said, oh, the shoulder's not great, but I'll be fine tonight. So
Well, it's hard to see what Jake Friend has done here.
Is the elbow hyperextended?
Is it a pec? Doesn't appear to be much wrong with his arm or wrist.
Sometimes your elbow or your arm gets jammed up and it hyperextends.
Well, his left arm wraps around here. Let's see where he grabs. He pulls his arm in as quickly as he can.
Brad, what are you thinking?
We can see when he reached over the top of Moses' shoulder, he's got a stinger, sort of pulled it out of its slot most probably. So I don't know, we might still see Jake Friend.
So here's a surge by the Parramatta Eels, getting it close to the line. Out there now in 16 is Evans. We go back to put some depth about them. Then Brown, then Ferguson. 7 metres out from the line for Blake Ferguson to play the ball to Gutherson. He was tackled by Orbison. A bullet-like pass. It's gone from Moses to Evans, and Evans is taken down over there by Crichton. There's the try line, a couple of metres away. Brown puts a little kick in, but it's too heavy. 7 tackle set coming up, therefore, for the Roosters.
A little bit too much on that one. They were building nicely. A repeat set there would have had the Roosters in a lot of trouble. I've got the feels for Parramatta, Rab. I'm feeling it. It's a big improvement on what they showed last year. A lot more energy, a lot more control. Their defence is better.
That's a run.
That's Ted Avan, beg your pardon, that's Farmasili.
Let go, Tim, let go, let
Jumper
go.
number 16. That's him,
One
Farmasili.
ref, Goffey.
Powasa.
Coming through.
So the Roosters taking advantage of a penalty. And Radley taking the tap. Wairia Hargreaves 22 metres out. And half-time 6 minutes away now. Put down again by the Roosters. Takarangi picks up a half chance. Gets the ball to Moses. Moses looks for a hole, but Wairia Hargreaves puts him down. Brown. Lane.
Has Junior Paulo been out there the whole time?
Yeah, well, he did the same last weekend. He got to the 35-minute mark against Canterbury. That's Evans.
He's got lungs like a walrus.
How big?
How big are the lungs of a walrus?
He could sit on the bottom of a pool for an hour. You'd forget he was there.
So the 18 is being worn by Oregon Kafusi. There was a late change. Moroa pulled out with an injury in the warm-up. Penny Terapo started, and this fellow, Oregon Kafusi, is in jumper number 18. Marnie did well not to throw it forward. Brown puts in a little kick. Tedesco brings it back and comes out the other side. Bar one. Lane it was that made the tackle. Kiri got a ball away, and the Roosters are out to the 30-metre line now. Played there by Ikavalu. Now the other winger, Tupou. So the defending premiers leading by 2 against the holders of the wooden spoon. And Parramatta, if they can win this game, it'll be their best start to a season, 3-0 since 1993, 25 years ago. Gutherson.
That was a good surge. Who was that, Radley?
Yes, it was.
Really turned his legs over quick there on that kick chase to get to Gutherson. They're the sort of plays that can swing momentum.
Sevo did well to get it out to the 25 point on the ground. Gutherson almost to the 40, and Nana runs it. I think it's Samasili. Now Takarangi with a light step, knocked on by Moses. Referee allowing play to go to play the advantage, but the Roosters, they didn't want any part of it at all.
Yeah, but it's a nice play, an offload, and then you move the ball laterally quickly, and then if you're playing with a player like Takarangi who's got footwork, this is where the half can push up on the inside of where the back rower defends. If the Roosters' defence doesn't come across, you see they're all pushing hard from the inside. If they didn't push hard from the inside, he was away there, Moses. Nice footwork there from Takarangi.
Don't forget, after full time, Friday night knockoff. That's got you covered live from here at ANZ. Kiri makes a run. We'll hear from the stars of both teams. Our experts dissect all the highlights from tonight. Sam Thaiday lets loose in the sheds. And we will show you the lighter side of Tigers halfback Luke Brooks as we preview the weekend. Stay tuned after the game for Friday night knockoff. And so it is Famasili. The ball going to ground and picked up by Tedesco.
Well, I don't know what the plan is around Latrell Mitchell playing that close to the play of the ball, but I'd be putting him back in his favourite position out in the centres and working out a way to get the ball to him, because it's the second time tonight that he's just put a one hand out trying to catch a ball. They're behind on the scoreboard, but I feel like they're on top, the Eels. They look more likely.
They need something different in attack. Roosters' defence, so well organised, so much trust in each other. Just something a little bit different, an offload, just some ad-lib play.
Sean Lane. Kane Evans playing against his old club tonight. In fact, he's one of 4 players against their old club.
Bradley Fittler, what's the surface like down there? Because we're getting a fair few unforced errors handling-wise.
Surface is pretty good. I'm just pretty much out in the field at the moment. It's pretty dry out here. Pretty humid, so there's got to be a lot of sweat. The sweat's a lot harder to deal with than water. So that could be the reasoning. The sweat, as you saw then, the ball just popped out of the side. There is rain expected. Hopefully after 10 o'clock when I'm gone home. But no, at the moment, the ground's nice and dry.
Ikavalu.
There's another error.
Roosters hit it away.
The Eels rush to the scrum to give themselves some time.
Okay, Reed Marning's
This will be a nervous 30 seconds
Stay at lock.
for the Roosters,
Clint, don't shut. No, Reed was in there first.
who after a long period of control early in the game have turned it over their last few possessions fairly meekly.
Middlefield scrum here on the right side. Ferguson's gone into the centre position.
10 seconds. James, all the way in. No, wait.
So I'll use the strike player here.
Lock off.
A lot of room for Ferguson to move.
So here he is.
Oh, he's kicked.
Kicks on the first. And it's going in touch in goal.
There goes his licence.
Okay.
No more kicking for
No more
Ferguson.
kicking, Blake.
Well, that was one of the biggest anticlimaxes.
He's going to get there, I think.
Look at Teddy's
My
laughing.
whistle.
Yeah, little G up from Tedesco. No more kicking for you, Blake.
Yeah, licence gone.
So the siren in the background. And we go through the motions with Gutherson coming back over halfway and then putting it off into the crowd on the eastern side. So the halftime score, the Roosters are leading by just the 2. So welcome back to ANZ. Parramatta versus the Sydney Roosters, with the Roosters leading 8-6 at half-time. The news coming out of the tricolour sheds is that Jake Friend will not be coming back tonight. I'll get Brad Fittler to just try and specify what the nature of the injury is. Roosters through last year, obviously the premiers, and with this year included, they've led at half-time 19 times for 17 victories. And this was the injury incurred by Jake Friend.
That was a strange one, wasn't it? I thought he'd done something to his forearm, but his forearm really didn't come into contact with anything. Then it looked a little higher, maybe bicep or shoulder. But if they're saying he's just got a stinger, he's got a pinched nerve, it seems strange that he's not back.
Okay, mate. Time you run.
So Parramatta taking us into the second half with Gutherson kicking off, and it's Jared Waerea-Hargreaves bringing it back. 12 metres out from his own line.
They're going to have to find something, the Roosters, for mine. I just think all the energy is with Parramatta at the moment.
Big Jared Waerea-Hargreaves, he got stung there. He just put his hand up to the bench. Get Brad Fittler to keep an eye on that.
It's Tedavano playing the ball. Now for Boyd Cordner. Play out to the 40-metre line on the 4th tackle of the first set. And here's Mitchell getting it away to Orbison. From Mitchell to Mitchell. And he's held over there just inside the 30. So it's been a good set for the Roosters so far. Keary pushing it on to Crichton. Crichton behind Manu. Puts a little kick in. Came off an Eel who didn't play at the ball.
That's treated as a bounce. Scrum.
So it's a scrum with Parramatta to get the feed.
It was really smart play there by Sevo. Could have reacted and lifted his hands up. Ball will come wide. Angus Crichton will throw the ball to Joseph Manu. It will go behind Manu, which stifles the play. And Suvu just stops. Smart play.
Brad, right in front of you.
Yeah, it was. It'd be hard to kick it through him. He's a big dude. Jared Hargreaves got a rib problem, so that come out of that tackle. I was walking behind Siwa Takiaha. He did his hammy a bit. Oh, nice shot in the warm-up. So he's a little bit lame, but he'll be ready to play in the second half. And Jake Friend, it was a burner, so just shoulder a little bit loose, and when it pulled over the top of that tackle on Mitchell Moses, just gave him a little bit of a burner, so he should be fine.
Evans with a strong run.
Well, he's gone, Jared. Pull out of that play then, was he holding the rib?
Manna. Waerea-Hargreaves still out there. Tell you what, we've had some reasons for Takiaho going to the sheds during the warm-up. One was shorts, one was toilet, and now we find it was a hamstring. So here's Gutherson. Putting it down to Ikavalu. It's his fourth first-grade game. He played in the World Club Challenge. Joey Manu. Eventually the defence wins over the attack. And now for Daniel Tupou, angling it across the 30-metre line. Held there by Manor, and Moses was in there as well. Wairia Hargreaves again just pinching at an area on the rib cage. And that is Farmasili. Mitchell then puts it up and down into one place. Tupou underneath it, got a ball away. That's a miraculous piece of football. Mitchell gets a pass away. A diving Rooster gets the ball back to Jared Wairia Hargreaves. He decides to put the slipper into it. It comes down then to Sivo, and Sivo comes charging back. Sivo with a big run back to where Jared Wairia Hargreaves put the boot to it. So Jennings for Gutherson. Mana. Taken by Farmasili in 16. Parramatta fans again. A chorus in the background. Oh, Takarangi's tried the flick pass. It's beat Ferguson.
Yes, you mark.
Off the ball.
Well, all the energy and the crowd is with this Parramatta side. They're sensing this. Roosters are struggling, and Parramatta look really energetic.
Hold.
Well, Jared Wairia Hargreaves has gone off. Siwan Takiaho is gone on the field, and he's hobbling.
They're in a world of pain.
So Parramatta, as you saw, got the penalty, even though the ball went over the sideline off one of them. The player was taken out without the football. That was the ruling from Gerard Sutton. And now it's with Brown. Brown to Lane, a juggle. Didn't touch an opposing player. Gone back and come away from Marnie through Brown. It's with Evans. Right foot step from Kane Evans. And the Roosters frantically calling for help on the left side. That's where they've gone. It's gone over there to Nikori, and he'll play the ball 2 metres out from the line. Marnie, Moses gets the ball away to the Parramatta. It's Kafusi it is. Now it's come away from Brown, gone to Lane. He's about 7 foot tall. He's tackled a metre out from the line. 5 gone for Parramatta now. Marnie fires a long ball. Moses puts a kick in. Cleaned up by Tedesco.
Well, that's a brilliant set of 6 in defence from the Roosters. Really courageous, because they're struggling at the moment. They were backs to the wall. Parramatta threw plenty at them. It looked good, the Parramatta attack. The Roosters kept finding a way.
Cordner.
I guess Takiaho. See that hamstring. He's okay.
Radley. And then Tetevano. 40 metres out from his own line. 5 tackles gone for the Roosters, and Keary boots it hard down towards Gutherson, and Gutherson bringing it back beyond the 30.
Well, they're winning the battle of the field position, Parramatta. Gutherson brings the ball 35 metres out from his own try line. The first half, Gutherson was catching the ball right on his try line. All the energy, as Gus said, with Parramatta.
Evans again. As I said earlier, Kane Evans, one of 4 players. Ferguson, Jennings, Evans and Takarangi, they're all former Roosters. And here's Brown searching for a gap. 27 out. Parramatta running to that northern end. Moses puts a kick up. Ferguson's leading the race. He was taken out, I thought, by Mitchell. It's a penalty. The penalty against Latrell.
Well, there was no need to do that. I mean, they're kicking to Daniel Tupou. He's the world's second tallest man. He doesn't need any assistance here. He had plenty of time. Mitchell just gets in Ferguson's way. But Tupou was under no stress to make that catch. And they've just gifted Parramatta another opportunity.
So Moses giving it to Kane Evans. And Evans, you can see the line. It's only about 5 metres away. They come away to Brown. Brown onto Ferguson. He's come from the right side to work on the left. 2 metres out. 8-6 in favour of the Roosters. Brown just slowed down and tried to find a gap at the same time. Now it's gone from Marnie to Moses. Moses away to Nikore. And he'll play the ball. On the line. Marnie back for Brown and now for Gutherson. He got the ball away to Sivo. The Fijian has gone in to score. Make a Sivo. There'll be a roar go up from Fiji as his fan club acknowledge. Sivo scoring. He had one denied up at Penrith in the opening round. But he gets it tonight.
You got guys who are just natural try scorers. Harvey Norman replay. Gutherson throws this ball. Watch Sivo change his line as he catches this ball. Changes his line. Just a natural try scorer. Be 3 players. Great try.
Comment from Sam Thaiday.
Yeah, what a fantastic try there. Great work there by Gutho. But yeah, that changing of the line just made the winger there for the Roosters lose his footing, and Sivo goes over the try line there. Cheers in Fiji for that one.
And it just comes down to weight of possession and energy. For a good while in this game now, the pace has been forced by Parramatta, and you felt like the Roosters were just trying to survive. Mako Sivo hits a really nice line there off Gutherson and muscles his way to the in goal. And I'm just not sure if the Roosters, if there's an energiser there that can turn this around for them. Parramatta look like they're running downhill.
Moses then to take it to a 12-8 ball game in favour of his team. Left the boot okay. Straight between the pegs.
Stay on side here, guys.
So 12-8. Parramatta regaining the lead. They scored first. They led 6-0. They were levelled at 6-all. The Roosters went to 8-6. And Parramatta now at 12-8. Mana playing the ball as they bring it out towards the 20, and Sivo, his confidence will be uplifted by his first try at NRL level. Evans. And here he is. Well, that is, in fact, that is Kaufusi. And now Gutherson. There's a lot of metres. There's pretty much nothing happening in marker. Not then anyway. Tedesco had a foot in goal.
Well, the Eels are just doing everything quicker. On every play, they're just going a little bit faster than their opponents.
Tedesco 30 out from his own line. You would have seen him waving at his forwards to come back behind the 20 so we can get on with it. Play coming up to halfway with Cordner. Now Taukeaho and Kaufusi's around the legs. And the ball popped out there for a moment. Regathered by Taukeaho, Radley. Tedesco, light-footed, Keary. The floating pass out to Mitchell. Mitchell wrestled by 3 of the Parramatta defenders.
That was much better. Good energy out of dummy half, good support play.
So Orbison for Keary. Then Taukeaho on the 10-metre line. Danger for Parramatta. Last tackle coming up. Keary's gone to the left side, to the blind. Puts a little kick up deftly, and Tupou went up, Ferguson went up, and the ball,
I have no try. Yeah.
I think it's gone into touch.
Yep. Cheers. We're on last tackle. I have no try, confirming that Mitch Orbison loses it in attempting to ground the ball.
Well, they must have got tapped back to Mitch Orbison. Tupou goes up very high.
Roosters left side kick chase are onside.
Keary the perfect kick. Tupou gets the leap. Pushes it back.
Ball is knocked backwards by Daniel Tupou. Yep.
Orbison's got it.
Let's try.
Yeah, it's looking very much as though they might have to overturn this.
Oh, no. Does he bobble it right at the last moment? The other angle shows it better. Oh, look at that camera. Oh, hang on. There's a finger on it.
It's your favourite camera.
I love it.
Mitch Orbison grounds the ball on the in goal. We have a decision.
You see the finger bend.
And it's overturned. Mitch Orbison's got himself a try.
Well, that's brilliant from Tupou. Brilliant from Keary.
You saw that kick last week against Manly.
Yeah, but it's brilliant from Tupou to say, well, I'm not going to get this to the ground. I've got to bat the ball back in field. Keary gets it over the top of Ferguson. Harvey Norman replay. Tupou goes up, says, I can't get this down. Puts it down to Orbison, who grounds the ball despite the attention of Takarangi.
Yeah, Luke Keary heavily involved in that set and forced to be.
And here's Mitchell. It's a lovely kick. Back at ANZ, and we're back with a new leader. It's the Roosters again by 2. The other amazing athleticism in all of that was Ferguson. Tupou had a running jump at it, and Ferguson was able to get up almost as high as Daniel Tupou. So, Roosters. It was Farmasili, it was, who played the ball.
Well, I was saying that Roosters needed an energiser. They needed someone to come to the game and make it their own. And as Billy Slater pointed out, it was Luke Keary in that set of 6 who provided the energy.
17 is Crichton. On his 40-metre line, Angus. And then Radley takes Cleary with him, but the ball has gone over the sideline off Manu.
Yeah, have a look at the short side raid here from the Roosters. Key to short sides is you have to get away from the markers. Just watch Victor Radley here, the way he plays with the marker. He'll hold the ball, double pump, and then gets Dylan Brown interested. And they ended up fluffing it with Joseph Manu, but really good dummy half play there from Victor Radley. The way Dylan Brown ended up biting on him, which made the 3-on-2.
10 seconds, boys.
Manu then from the back of the scrum. And this is Sivo right in the centre of the ground. His first try, here's another. And you probably served notice about 10 minutes before his try with a bumping run. It was a barnstorming run. It's Nia Corey just inside the opposition 30-metre line. Scoreboard fluctuating. Brown taken down by Farmasili. Gutherson snapped it up, got it away to Paulo. Paulo turns it back for Brown. Brown sees a gap, tries to get through. A desperate tackle though by Carey. Played quickly, Gutherson toes it into the in goal. Battered dead by Carey.
Well, there's the energiser for the Eels, Gutherson. He's everywhere. Just keeps bobbing up the whole time. There's not a lot of finesse to his game. He's not what I would call a great playmaker, but he's just high energy. He's always around the ball.
A line dropout time, and this has also gone practically 60 metres. Alvaro lifting the knees high and galloping down the ground.
It wasn't going anywhere.
It's Kane Evans. Don't be disrespectful to the man. That was top speed for Alvaro. Now for Paulo. Turned it away. Chance for Gutherson. Can he find support? No.
Lovely pass.
8 metres out from the line. Parramatta then attacking, but no. Another lost ball.
Mate, you lose on the ground, change hands, knock off.
Is this
Okay,
the
shot clock
Walrus
on.
who passes this ball?
Yeah, the Walrus. He can sit on the bottom of a pool for an hour. But it's this beautiful pass again.
On the clock here.
Hits the ball on a little bit of an outside line, turns his back, and Gutherson, who's always there. That's the danger. You've always got to anticipate offload and the fact that he'll be running into a hole. And he must have had a little bobble on the ground.
Yeah, we spoke in the first half about how to play around or through up and in defence. That was a perfect way. Dig into the line, let the opposition centre and winger come up past the ball. Somehow generate an offload. Beautiful play.
Tupou running into a wall of defence. 20-metre line. Roosters end of the ground. Taukei'aho. He's lost the ball. Advantage. Evans with a flick pass on tackle one. But away goes Moses. Moses gets within 2 metres of the line.
And that's zero tackle.
Takarangi. It goes long to Marnie. It goes second man to Evans. Marnie counting his numbers, runs to the A defender and gets the ball away to Paulo. Brown, Gutherson, long ball to Sivo, not number 2. Yes, it is number 2. Sivo has scored his second NRL try.
Yeah, once again, Sivo on the left wing had a lot to do, but the power of the man. But it was set up by Junior Paulo in the middle of the field. Paulo getting at the edge defenders, plays the ball incredibly quick. Here's the error. Taukei'aho, Harvey Norman replay. Moses gets in the backfield, does well here not to push the pass. Oh, he does the splits there. Paulo plays the ball quick. Gutherson, long ball. Sivo, a lot to do. Have a look at the power. Just a natural try scorer. What do you think of that one, Freddie?
Yeah, all Paulo, Joey, like you said. He hit the line that hard. What he did, he made the whole right side of the Roosters nervous. They had nowhere to move, but they stayed pretty much on the ground. Watch Paulo hits the line. The Roosters' defence goes back to the try line. They don't really move. Here come the Para. Gutho's just proved he's not a ball player. And Sivo's just proved he's a try scorer. Oh, Junior Paulo, he just energised the Eels. They just all scampered around. They wanted the ball. And the Roosters just didn't know what was coming at them. It ended up being that man.
So 1 hour gone. And Parramatta, they're 2 points in front with the kick to come.
Are you getting the feels yet, Rabbits?
No, I'm on the bottom of the pool with the walrus. Here is Moses now from the sideline. He's hit it beautifully. tip this mob, didn't you?
Time your run. Still got 10 seconds to trail.
Well, what a night, what a game. It's 18 plays 14, and the lead has changed on 4 occasions so far. With Alvaro, I was going to say galloping his way back to the 10-metre line, but Joey doesn't think he's got a gallop in him, and Ferguson has put one down.
Well, there's still 20 minutes to go. And I can remember us saying in the first 20 minutes that it felt like the Roosters were playing the long game, that they felt they could wear Parramatta down at the back end. Not sure if they thought they'd be behind at this stage. That's a crucial error from Ferguson coming out of trouble. Again, the Roosters from the scrum have got this big formation out to the left. Everybody on the left-hand side of the scrum. Parramatta have accommodated with all their defenders out there.
So it's all hands on deck here, and here's Mitchell. Moses tried to come in and jam him up, and then 3 others came along in blue and gold jumpers and forced Latrell back. To the 20-metre line, here is Liu. He'll play the ball just outside the 10, right in front of the sticks down the southern end. Taukiaho, now for Kiri, now for Tedesco, and Tedesco reels away, tries to get the arm free. 8 metres out, played by James, Tedesco, and it's come away from Tedevano to Taukiaho. Taukiaho with an undeniable run. And is he turned upside down?
Time off, tackle 4, Siwa. Tackle 4.
I know he's trying to score a try there, but he probably didn't need to get held up over the line. He needed to get down and play that quickly. They had them shot to the left.
Playing it to Radley. And Radley decides to go himself, and he's over. Wow. Victor Radley has scored from dummy half.
Well, he came out of dummy half, and it looked like he didn't know what he was doing. It looked like something had broken down. And Parramatta was worrying about anything else bar the man with the ball. Kiri is moving at least. He comes out, there's nothing happening, and Parramatta stand flat-footed and allowing to pull their pants down. That's a really good one from Radley. Billy?
Well, it's what can happen when your regular dummy half goes off the field. They feel that Victor Radley wasn't a threat out of dummy half, and Luke Keary just caught everyone's eye down to the right. Victor Radley sneaks over.
And for kids at home watching, ball in 2 hands, waving it around in front of you. Sometimes it's like a magic wand. Defenders, they get mesmerised by the ball. Here's the big charge from Taukiaho. Look at the footwork and the power. And then Victor gets out of dummy half. Here's 3 men in, hold him up.
Well, I thought they'd lost their chance because it was going to take so long to go back and play the ball, but Radley has just come up with a beauty.
So we have a new leader again, the Roosters by 2. 2018, Sam Thaiday.
I think that's the 5th lead change now, but that's not the first time that Victor Radley's jumped out of dummy half tonight. He's caused a couple of line breaks there, but he comes up with a try this time, so fantastic work by him in there.
What a player. You play him anywhere.
Good work, Toddy.
Jake Friend watching on.
Guys. Still 10 seconds.
Billy was talking about you get an injured dummy half, and
Wait, boys.
sometimes it has a mesmerising effect. What's he going to do this secret package? His name is Radley, and he's gone over and scored before you've given the answer. So that's Farmasili.
Have you got the feels, Joey? You feeling a winner here?
I've always got the feels.
Ikavalu.
Who do you like?
Liu.
I still kind of like Parramatta a little.
Tedesco from dummy half. He's got through one, broke that. And a penalty goes for a high tackle. Goes to the Roosters.
Well, that would have been unlucky because Tedesco was at ankle height, I think.
Just watch Luke Keary this set. He took control last set when they were behind. See if he does the same now they're in front.
So Crichton to the 30-metre line. watch the face of two players there, and they pick up Taukiaho again. Plays it there on the 20. This is Liu. His Keary folding from left to right. Jolting tackle on Crichton. Set the old head back on the shoulders. Again Radley. And away from Tetevano. It's gone to Liu. Parramatta now signalling for help over on their right side. Keary, a catch and pass. Now with Tupou. 10-metre line in front of him. Mitchell for Keary. He's kicking for Tedesco. It's been right backwards. Now he should be offside. He is.
What do you do here, Joey?
You keep the pressure on. I think 4 points.
Billy,
He's
what
a
do you
big
do?
buffer.
Yeah, I think you've got to keep the pressure on. You can't take the 2. You're only 4 points in front then, and there's still 15 minutes to go. While you've got them down here, keep building.
And that's what they're doing.
This is Tetevano. Try line just ahead. Now for Taukiaho. I still think he has got a twinge in that hamstring. He keeps grabbing at it. And here's a surging barge by Liu. The ball short. Now they come back, and here's Mitchell. Now Keary. He got a call inside, and it's a forward pass to Tedesco.
It was the right idea. This is such a hard pass to throw, though. When you're facing the corner post, to be able to turn back and get the ball to go backwards. Keary runs on an out angle. He's facing the corner post, and he tries to turn back inside. And unless you turn your whole body, you can't get that ball to go backwards. Certainly not far enough backwards for the liking of the referee. The gap was there. Billy, that's a hard one to throw, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes you don't need to show the ball to the outside. He had the forwards of Parramatta Eels stretched already. I think Tedesco goes through. You watch him here, show the ball to the outside, which turns his body. If he just plays inside, I think he scores. No forward pass.
Hold!
Luke Keary, Churchill medalist last year. Everybody's talking about Luke Keary.
I didn't know he was this good a player. I just thought he was handing out 5'8". Halfback's his spot. I think at the end of the year with the retirement of Cronk, I think the Roosters were looking for a 5'8". Just sees the game so well.
Went to school just up the road here at Oak Hill College. Represented Australia at Rugby Union, under 15s I think it was. Jennings, Salmon is on, and here's a kick ahead by Parramatta. They lead the race and knocked on eventually by Salmon.
Was this a live ball, do you think?
Not sure.
Okay, well, just not too quick with it. Okay, shot clock on.
He's gone a fair way back with the knock on. Jennings out of dummy half is able to bounce up off the ground into the backfield. Now that come off Gutherson's knee. I think this is live.
I like the mentality of the young Parramatta Eels. Brown, Salmon, Gutherson. They're all looking for that opportunity.
The 20 plays 18. I think a question I asked at the start of the coverage. Has the gap narrowed? Well, that's been well and truly answered. Parramatta, with their 2 wins from 2 matches, even if they don't win this match tonight, they've answered the question that everybody's been asking leading up to the game. Tetevano taking runs out of turn, really. He's been pushing people aside to get his hands on it. Now Taukiaho, and he's got that frame like a Taumalolo or a Pangai Jr. And here's Tedesco coming in on the right side again. Waving players around, he finds Taukiaho, and Taukiaho, he scores at the southern end.
He's been really good. Siwa Takiaho has been really good. His last 10 or 15 minutes has been some strong surges around the middle of the field. And he's limping, as you say. Harvey Norman replay. The play comes to the right. Tedesco realises there's nothing on, turns around, shuffles back, but finds a pass. Takiaho, did he play the ball?
I think he did.
That used to be a bonus in my teams. If you played the ball and backed up and scored a try, that was a bonus. He's played the ball. He's kept himself alive. Now he surges. Brad Fittler.
That was $100 at the Panthers in the 90s. That was a good night out.
What do you mean $100?
$100, played the ball and scored the try off Gussie.
Well,
was that in the salary cap?
Was it in the salary cap?
I've got to say, a lot of people are getting praise out there from both teams, but the man Tedesco, talk about energizers, he's been outstanding.
So Chemist Warehouse Sunday footy, 26 plays 18 by the way. Chemist Warehouse Sunday footy live from Campbelltown. The undefeated Tigers are looking for 3 in a row. They take on the Dogs. West Tigers versus Bulldogs live from 3 on 9.
Okay, it looks like it's your side, Bish.
It didn't happen very often.
Still 10 seconds, Clint. Still waiting, mate. Still waiting. Make sure you time it.
And will they retrospectively inquire into that little mishap? Take the emails and take the mobile phones.
It was long before emails and mobile phones.
That's Ikevalu. Tedesco. Takiaho. 26-18 with 10 minutes to go in the game. Met there by Salmon, right on the halfway, right in the centre of the ground, in fact. Bradley for Tedavano and out to Crichton. The former Rabbitoh, he'll play it on 5. They're 35 out, and Keary puts a kick in. It came off a Parramatta player, and then Keary is able to get it away to Tedavano to Liu, 20 metres out. Talk about rapid fire. It was a ricochet. As we started the tackle count, Cordner, and Keary is waving his arms around like a traffic cop. He'll bob up here. Here he comes again, Keary, out the back for Mitchell. One hand to Crichton. Bump back then to Mitchell. Mitchell looks at 3 in the ring around him. And Latrell will play the ball. 26-18. The Roosters looking for another one. This is Crichton.
Well, they've really lifted the last 10 minutes, haven't they, the Roosters? We got the feeling they might have been waiting for the back end of the game.
Mitchell just dribbles it in behind Sevo. So it's a line drop out. They'll get the ball back.
Look at the skill here of Latrell Mitchell. He's a left foot kicker. Under pressure, under fatigue. He'll just drop this. Look at that. His non-dominant foot. Beautiful touch.
Latrell Mitchell, he's got the moustache. He reminds me of Omar Sharif in Dr. Shivago. Remember him, Lawrence of Arabia? He was in that too. Yes.
That's a little before my time, Roberts.
Cordner. Liu trying to crack just on the edge of the ruck, the Parramatta defence. Couple of metres out from Parramatta's line. Isaac Liu. Victor Radley, then Latrell Mitchell. Now Luke Keary, no look pass for Angus Crichton. Crichton to play it. And try and extend this lead from 26-18. It's on, here's Tedesco. Tedesco goes in to score. Yet another try for the Roosters. It puts them out to 30 plays 18.
Yeah, real mismatch here. You got the back rower, Sean Lane, on a wide short side. 3 defenders, 3 attackers. And the mismatch, Harvey Norman replayed. The speed here of Tedesco gets on the outside, ball in 2 hands, interests the outside defenders and just squeezes through the corridor. Sam?
Yeah, fantastic try though by Teddy there. That's his 2nd try tonight. But yeah, he just shows his pace here. Skips on the outside of Lane, who's the back rower there, and yeah, just shows his skill and shows his pace. Well done.
Well, we kind of said it early in the game, didn't we? I mean, the Roosters were nowhere near at their best, but playing very conservatively early. And we actually made the comment, maybe they're waiting for the back end of the match. Maybe they think they can wear Parramatta down and run some points in late, and that's how it's turned out. It didn't look like it through the middle 40 minutes of the game. Parramatta dominated that period. But then all of a sudden, the champions have responded here in the championship rounds, and this bloke is one of the nicest kickers of a ball I've ever seen. Doesn't matter what sort of kick. He's just... it's just beautiful to watch.
And he's got this one, has he? Yes, just inside that left-hand upright. 32, plays 18. And just after full time, Friday night knockoff. Coming to you live from here at ANZ. We'll hear from the stars of both teams. Sam Thaiday is going into the sheds, and we show you the lighter side of Tigers halfback Luke Brooks, and we preview the weekend ahead. Stay tuned for Friday night knockoff straight after full time, live from here at ANZ Stadium.
Still waiting, Clint. Time up, Blake.
So Gutherson sending it down to the try line. Just over 5 minutes of the match remaining.
Up now, Penny. Hold square, Tim. Hold. Go 1.
Played back there by Tedavano, and this is Crichton. Farmasili. Just repeating that the Roosters lost Jake Friend before half-time. He was unable to come back into the game. Cordner.
Takiaho, almost 180 metres for the game in very tough conditions for him, given that he's probably carrying an injury.
Well, we all rave about Taumalolo, and so we should. He's freakish, but this guy he's not far behind him. For a big man, he's got incredible footwork.
Well, he surges tonight. I mean, you know what it's like when you've got a little twinge in your hamstring. It's constantly on your mind, but he's been able to set that aside and just lay a platform for his team when they needed it most. And as soon as we got down to the back end of the game, Keary came to life, Tedesco came to life, all off the back of Liu and Takiaho, who took control of the middle.
Here's Ferguson, floating for Brown, and Brown, as his legs snapped from under him by Ikavalu. Paulo just getting it across into opposition territory. That's Salmon in 14. Brown then, as Moses over on his right, but it's a penalty.
Come 10, go.
Terapo called into the side when Maroa suffered an injury during the warm-up. Manor is 15 metres away from the Roosters line. Played back for Salmon to go to Moses, an inside ball for Takarangi. Gutherson's loomed up, but Takarangi's put it on the ground.
Well, he's missed it. He's been watching Sam Burgess. Tried to kick that ball then, Takarangi. He had an air swing.
It's Farmasili. You've got a quaint ability to remind blokes of things they're trying to forget.
I saw Sam this morning.
Yeah, how was he?
He was good.
Did he say to you, can you leave me alone?
How's your kicking game going?
Manu to the 40-metre line. So this is young Lamb, son of former Origin player Adrian.
Feel the play.
And made his debut against Manly last weekend. Lachlan Lamb.
What do you see of Keary, Gus? Out and out number 7.
Well, his performance in the grand final of the year was extraordinary. I know that Cronk played that game, but as we said, he was virtually just an on-field coach. And Keary, right from the start of the week, I'll forever remember the interview with Trent Robinson after the game that said the Cronk injury was a blow, but Luke Keary took total ownership of grand final week and said, I will get this done. And coach and player were so positive that the Roosters thought, well, we'll win anyway.
What happens next week when Cronk comes back? How do you manage the attack with him going back to 5'8"?
Well, I think that's the beauty of Cronk, because when Cronk came back to play in the grand final, he made a miraculous recovery. He actually said to Trent Robinson, let Keary run this, I'll just fool around and fiddle around here and make them all think I'm playing, and you go with the tactics. He said, I like what you're doing. So even though Cronk came back into the side, he didn't interfere with what Keary had put together for the week. And Keary totally controlled the game. In fact, I think if they had a 6 in the club that they could play there, you might see Cronk play less and less football this year, just to make sure that he's always available at the back end of the year for the big games, and just allow Keary to keep running this team around the park.
Oh, that's beautiful stuff by Gutherson, finding Takarangi. 18 metres out from the line. Played to Ferguson. Does a bit of zigzagging around the man that played the ball. Moses puts in a kick, and Keary has kicked it on the full over the dead ball line.
Well, I just didn't feel like the Roosters were warming to this sort of scoreline tonight.
Well, considering they lost Jake Friend, Jared Warrior-Hargreaves left the field with that rib injury, it's been some victory.
And they've had players out there that are wounded. They really look to be paddling there at one stage, and that's a mighty effort.
Here's Brown, and now Terapo on the charge. 25 out from the line in the last 15 seconds of this match that Brighton had plenty going for it until the Roosters really turned on the urgency button, and then they've run away with this fairly convincing win in the last quarter of the game, 32-18. The Sydney Roosters winning over Parramatta, and came here pretty much looking to find where they really were, and at least for 60 minutes of the game they were standing tall and feeling good about everything, but they could not get that elusive 3-0 start to give them their best start since 1993. 32-18 in favour of the Sydney Roosters.